I love how spooky the music is. Let me turn off my TV so you don't hear Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite in the
Oh,
background.
all right. So it looks like we are started. Welcome to the Ashen League Snapdragon Society. I'll be your host for tonight, Cats. Alongside me, I will have Boz.
As for me, guys, how are you guys doing tonight? Or how are you, Cats? How are you doing tonight?
Well, I'm doing pretty good, man. We'll be getting into these games just momentarily. First match of the night, I believe we have Fitmits versus SBK. Getting into 3v3s, I really don't know too much about them.
Ooh, you haven't played
Maybe
your flexes yet?
No, I'm not even ranked in Flex. I may be Diamond and Silver Q, but 3v3s are a mystery to me.
All right. Well, I'll fill you in on the quote unquote meta because I've been playing my 3v3 flex games because I got to get all the Graves chromas. I will say a champion I've noticed is like actually cancer in this is Galio because his ult is like technically global. So I'm expecting to either see Galio picked or banned, definitely, but who knows what these teams are going to bring out tonight.
Yeah, we really don't know what they're going to bring out. Of course, we've seen this huge Galio buff come through with his AP ratios where he's actually ridiculous if you hold him AP right now. He can literally one-shot like an 8,000 HP Cho'Gath, and it's insane.
Are you telling me
But we
you
will
never
have...
built full AP Galio before this?
I've never even played Galio.
Oh man, you're crazy. All right, looks like we're going into picks and bans. Like I said, I really am expecting a Galio ban out of here somewhere, but if they're going to leave it up, someone's got to pick it.
Yeah, but it looks like, of course, the blue side should be putting a priority on that. Or they could put priority on something else. Of course, we don't know. 3v3 meta is still a mystery to us. These teams have scrims, I believe, but we don't know what's going on. But that's going to be the first ban coming out is Darius. I could see that happening. You have this Bruiser, very, very strong in this kind of the split push, the 1v2 or the 1v3 even. But, 1v5 situation is a little bit worse, which is why we don't see him too much on the Summoner's Rift. But the other ban for the red team, we'll have to see what that is.
Now, I got a question for you. You know anything about these players? Oh, there is the Galio ban coming out. Like I said, there's no way that Galio is going to get it through.
Life is too short for fear.
Yeah, the Galio ban will come through as well as an Alawi. They're really just trying to ban out what seems to be these champions, these bruisers that can hard carry games.
I could
Fitness.
see Alawi working here very well because it's more tight and condensed space. It's a lot harder to fight in open spots, so it does make sense why the Alawi is picked off here. Do you know anything about these teams personally?
I do remember casting games with Weaver, Heal, and Skillshot, but the side of Fitmits, I've never heard these names before. Are they new?
Yeah, the only one I know on the side of Fitmits, almost messed that up there, is Calridian. And the only reason I know him, I really only know he exists. I don't know anything about him personally. I think he's a top laner, I believe. So he'll probably play something like a tank. And I will say the Kane's another champion that is pretty good on this map, just because his E allows him to get in a lot. His I don't play enough Kane to know that actually. So his
Yeah, but
wall
the Shadow Step, the Shadow Step definitely can
there we
give
go.
a lot of mobility, and that'll be Gragas band coming out as well for the side of SBK, trying to get rid of these really, really tanky bruiser that can do a lot of damage. But the first pick over here is for Fitmits. That might be the Maokai getting locked in. Of course, just looking for a fairly tanky laner, or maybe even a jungler if they do want to put him there. But that's going to be Orianna.
Orianna instead. I think I would have preferred the Maokai just because, you're taking him away, first off. Second off, his ult width is really large on this map, considering it's like an entirety of a lane.
Yeah, of course, that will get locked in, but as we do get into the second rotation, or I guess the first rotation for SBK, we'll have to see what they lock in. They have two picks coming through.
And like I said, the Maokai's going to get hit. That's a pretty big pick for SBK right now.
Yeah, they're going to pick that up. The Grasping Roots, of course, just such a massive ultimate that could look for a lot of picks and a lot of potential across the map. We'll have to see what IHEAL locks in here. I expect to be something along the lines to match an Orianna in lane. Maybe a Syndra, I feel like would be very, very good right here. But he is going to lock in the Renekton.
That's very interesting. Not sure how I feel about the Renekton here, but I don't know. Is there going to be a second rotation of bans here? Because it looks like Calridian is. It looks like Calridian's going to pick his champion, right?
Yeah,
but there's two more bans for each side.
3v3s.
What a meta, dude.
Do you just ban after everyone picks? Is that what happens?
The spicy make sure they don't have backup picks.
Yeah, the backup picks to sub out.
And look at that, the meta in 5v5s is pretty much the same as 3v3s with the Sejuani, Jarvan, and Orianna. Nothing spicy here tonight.
A really nice ball delivery system for the side of fitments with that Jarvan, with Sejuani and Ori. If she's able to hit Shockwave, while Jarvan's in that EQ, while Sejuani's in that Q flying at someone, that can be absolutely devastating. But we don't have any swooshes here from SPK so far. Actually,
and Tristana will be the last thing. I do like this Tristana because the Syndra pick that you were saying earlier with the Orianna can get locked down by the Sejuani and Jarvan, and while Tristana can get locked down too, she has more skills to she has an ability to escape better. And it looks like the second rotation of bans doesn't exist, so it's just up there for fun, I guess.
Yep, looks like just lovely client-side bug. But of course, let's talk a little bit about that Tristana getting locked down. Even if that Sejuani ult does land onto Tristana, of course we've seen it multiple times. We've seen threads on the top page of Reddit complaining about it. But the buffer rocket jump out of Tristana can even get her out of there, even if the ultimate does hit. So we'll have to see if Ice Skill Shot is able to be able to do that. Of course, Jarvan can interrupt it, so can the Shockwave. But Tristana, a bit more mobility on this carry. This game is really going to be a which carry can you kill first?
Yeah. And as we load into the rift here, which side do you think you're favoring on right now? Personally, I think I'm leaning more towards the side of SPK with their Tristana and Renekton pick. I really think the Renekton's going to be able to bully out the Jarvan. And I don't know if Sejuani is going to put as much pressure as a Maokai here, but again, 3v3s.
I'm actually going to have to really disagree with you there, because I think that Sejuani can put a lot of pressure out here in the jungle as well. As the Jarvan, looking at the SPK team comp, they have no AP. Of course, they have Maokai if he decides to go AP, but you have this Orianna for that ability power damage, and you still have the AD threat through that Jarvan. If he gets ahead, he can go for that lethality build, put a lot of damage down, and maybe blow up that Tristana before she's even able to do anything.
I really am hoping we are going to see lethality Jarvan tonight, but unfortunately, I really don't see that happening. And yes, there is no AP for the side of SPK, which can spell some issues, but I think it'll be okay. I'm gonna say SPK is gonna win this game at least from what I'm looking at it right now. But Cats is looking more to the sides of Team Fitmits. So while we're talking about wins and teams, let's talk about the upcoming MSI. How do you feel about that? Have you looked into that at all?
I haven't much looked into the teams playing in it. I have seen we are doing more or less a play-in stage as well. So that'll be pretty hyped to get into. I know I will be casting a few MSI games as well. I'm pretty hyped to do that. Hopefully getting in there, casting with some good buddies, and getting into those games, and hopefully seeing some good games, getting explosive team fights, and seeing how this new patch is going to affect people, because I believe it will be played on the preseason, correct?
I believe so. And have you looked at this patch much? Did you notice a certain champion being buffed?
This patch, the main thing I feel like will be Galio, but in pick and ban, Galio should be perma-banned.
Galio. I'm talking about a certain jungler who got some buffs this patch.
Oh, the Udyr one trick coming out.
Ah, yes, dude. Too bad they're still garbage. Absolute garbage. But the main thing we got to look at is the Ardent nerf. Do you think we're finally done with Ardent? As an AD carry main, I don't like going down in that lane at all. So how do you feel about the Ardent change?
Ardent Sensor, I feel like it's a very, very good change for League. It didn't completely kill the item, but it's not a first rush item anymore. It's not an item, okay, you got this, you insta win lane. You still want to go for that sight stun. That vision will still be very, very important. But of course, Ardent Meta will come out. We'll have more of these explosive supports with the Thresh, with the Braum. Even we have seen plenty of Taric. We have seen plenty of Thresh, but I feel like they will come out a lot more, and we will get away from kind of this e-girl support meta and get into these tanky supports such as Alistar, Braum, Thresh.
Thank goodness, because those are more of the sports I play when I get auto filled in. Pretty much every support main should have Thresh somewhat mastered, and I'm glad to see Thresh is going to make a rise again, as well as the Alistars. Hopefully, we'll see a rise with Nautilus again, but I can only add my hopes up. And
yeah,
Hello.
definitely we will be getting into these games shortly. As we do get into the loading screen, we have SPK versus Fitmits. Might kind of blink there for a second, but on the side of SPK, we have Weaver on that Renekton Eye Heal on the Maokai and Skill Shot on the Tristana. And looking over at the side of Fitmits, we have Pladrian. Is that how I say it? Somehow I say it, right?
Calridian.
Calridian on that Jarvan Rob. Yeah, Rob. Yeah, I was looking. I was like in my mind, sounded like Rob. Yes, it is Rob. On the Sejuani and Neener on the Oriana.
I don't know why, but Rob, the name looks very familiar here. But we got to talk about one thing, and that's Skin Wars. As you can see, SPK, like I said, have already won the Skin Wars, so this definitely means they win the game. That is how things roll.
As we do load onto the Haunted Tree Line? Is that what it's called?
Tree Line.
The Twisted Tree Line. Haunted Tree Line.
Haunted Tree Line.
We're getting there. We're getting used to it.
What a guy. It's all right. We'll get you there.
We are into week number 1 and our first game of the Ashen League, the Snapdragon Society Ashen League. I feel like we are going to have to put a lot of pressure on this, on these Vile Malls, on these altars, seeing, which team is going to be able to make pressure on both of these. The Vile Mall, of course, being a very, very strong buff next to Baron buff.
Now, do you know...
being the Baron buff of 3v3s.
Now, I know you haven't played much 3v3s, but because I've been playing them a few, there's actually a very interesting buff that the Vile Maw does in addition to like your standard increases of stats. And it doesn't give you enhanced recall, but it does give you the ability to fear enemy minions when you're pushing a lane. So it's very cheeky and very interesting thing to do. And it's definitely something I enjoy when I end up taking that. And a few other champions that I have forgotten to list here that I'm hoping we'll get to see sometimes during this tournament is actually Ornn is very good on this map. His ultimate is similar to Maokai's in like width, how it's basically an entire lane. And well, not sure if you've played any Ornn since the buffs, but they are very, very nice and they feel very, very clean. So
Ornn is very, very strong. It seems like we were training a little bit with Calridian. Sorry, say it one more time. I'll make sure I get it right.
Which one?
Calridian.
Calridian.
Calridian. Oh, I got it right that time. But we were trading a little bit up there. Of course, level 1. It looks like we're watching a classic top lane fight. And the bottom lane, we have that Oriana versus Tristana matchup. If Oriana is able to get ahead, I feel like she will absolutely destroy this Tristana, and vice versa.
And, in the jungle, we have Rob and the I heal obviously rocking the Maokai, and Rob rocking the Sejuani. Rob was actually getting very low on his early clear, and is still kind of they're both kind of struggling with their early clears, but that could be just because they're tanks, and tanks don't clear well. And noticing on the item starts, did you see that the Maokai actually elected to get a Dorn's Ring instead of the extra Hunter's Machete?
Yeah, now you're picking that up for that ability power and mana regen, because of course there is no blue buff.
Like the buff numbers will meet here, and probably nothing will happen. Ooh,
bit of an engage. Actually, Rob is getting very, very low on their side of it. Skill shot is going to come forward. The flash forward, one auto to finish off, and he will drop here. Calridian going to have to flash away from that one as well, but he's going to be going back in, right back on the Neener, but going to walk out of that one safely. But that's the first blood.
Over to the Tristana. That is not someone you want to have first blood on. So someone blown there. Flash from Rob and Flash from Skill Shot.
Ooh,
I
Weaver
think it's
going
okay.
in. There's the stun. There's the slice and dice with the heal coming out.
And Flash away from Weaver. It looks like he's going to be good. And I heal locks in that first altar. Those are the altars are pretty good in 3v3s. They're small buffs that allow you to push for advantages. So when you have one controlled, you have bonus mana regen and movement speed. But if you control both of them, you restore max health on minion and monster kills. So looks like the side of SPK will be getting that both altars, which is a huge buff towards their side of the team. SPK coming off strong with a 1,000 gold lead already.
Yep, about 1,000 gold lead for them for now. Skill Shot, of course, picking up that first blood. Hasn't backed for an item just yet. So still pretty even in damage in terms of the bottom lane. Weaver going forward. That stun is going to come through. The slice and dice will knock. He will knock him up. The stun is going to come through.
And Rob is going to pick up the kill there.
Going to get another kill.
I'm going to put down this popcorn here because games aren't getting exactly the triple Doran start coming out from Weaver on the Renekton.
Now, that's what you call early game efficiency, I guess.
That is the new LCS stats. Wait for Haunster to play it next season.
Yep, Skill Shot. Just maybe looking for an engage here. I feel like you could go on to Neener, but of course we have Rob hovering around the area. Maybe looking for a play. Gonna pick up another altar, I believe. No, not too sure how they work, honestly. 3v3s. I'm just a play-by-play.
Rob could be going for it, but the Renekton can see when he goes for it. So Renekton applying the pressure in the blue side of the jungle here to try and get this Sejuani behind. But I was also looking if they want to collapse on Neener Beater here, who is just kind of relaxing under this tower here.
Goodness. Weaver taking a lot of damage on the side of that, or Rob rather.
Taking a lot of damage and almost falling to the Weaver's Renekton. And Calridian does have level 6 on the Jarvan. He could be looking for a Cataclysm in the bot lane, or just to collapse on this Maokai here.
Yep, Heal is going to collapse on by here. Calridian, level 6 to level 4. The flash is available. The ball will come through, and so will the flash. Heal going to flash out of that one. Just walk away for the time being. But Skill Shot's going to be going in. There is the ultimate. He's actually going to finish. The exhaust comes through, saves him for the time being. One more auto attack from Skill Shot would have gotten a kill, but not going for it and paying the price.
Very close fights coming on in from both sides. This 3v3 is exciting.
3v3s. Never thought the day I'd cast a 3v3 game.
Oh, they're fun. You should definitely try it.
I mean, I'm doing it right now, aren't I?
No, I meant actually playing it. Come on.
Oh, playing. Come on now.
All
about that Summoner's Rift 5v5 solo/duo game mode.
Yes, but there's so many options you can really do in Twisted Tree Line. It's really relaxing after your jungler forgets Smite and in your ranked promos. It's very, very relaxing. Or when you're stuck for several weeks in Diamond 5, you can have a nice
run. Oh, dude, he's hurting me. He's hurt.
Side of Fitmits, I'm gonna eventually mess that up tonight. Locking in which altar is this? The West altar here, getting rid of that max health.
Skill Shot taking an aggressive trade onto Neener Beater, not taking any damage back whatsoever. And Weaver continuing the trade in the top lane with Quidrin. Does almost have that Buster Shot back up and the flash, so he could go and flash a Shockwave. Skill Shot could be walking up, trying to look for a few auto attacks, but isn't able to catch him. Sejuani is hovering around, does have that Glacial Prison, and he's actually going to be going forward. There's the Shockwave. Glacial Prison will not connect, and the Buster Shot, one more auto attack will finish him off. The heal and flash away. Skill Shot might be able to get out of this one alive. Nope, the flash and the smite forward is going to finish him off, and high heal And then we have a 2v2 in the bottom lane. The Cataclysm is available, and he will turn right back around onto Weaver. He's going to go for the slice and dice, but the stun is going to come through. Another heal, and Weaver is going to be chasing him down. Heal going to pick up a grasping roots onto him, but not going to finish him off as he's completely out of mana. And
one for one kill trade.
Oh, but Weaver.
That was a huge Cull of the Meek there by Weaver in his Dominus form to basically not die there and to trade damage to the point where the side of Fitmits did not want to finish the kills there. So even trade, very well played by Weaver.
8 minutes and 35 seconds into this game. Score is currently 2-2. 1,000 gold lead going over to SBK right now. Just superior CSing. In every lane, 67 to 43 and 57 to 44.
Yeah. They're gonna be. Looks like the side of SPK is gonna lock down the west altar there, doing a very good job controlling the side of Fitmits' jungle there and always stealing this altar so that they can have both sides of the buffs and not allowing any buffs to the side of Fitmits.
Just continuing to take that away. Heal just playing a very, very aggressive style of jungling right now, trying to deny Sejuani everything he can. But Calidrian on the other side of it is continuing to push in and try and get vision. Not even vision, I guess. Trying to see where the jungler is, because of course there are no wards. This is 3v3s.
Calidrian. I liked it.
Is that how I say it?
No, it's Calridian.
I'll get it one day. I'll get it down eventually. I want to write it down on a whiteboard, just post it above my computer screen.
There you go.
How to pronounce it.
Yeah, write down the enunciation.
Yeah, exactly. Rob hovering around this bottom side. Mob might possibly be looking for a play.
Yeah, it was looking like he wanted to gank the bot side there and hit this Tristana, who is very much up against this Orianna. Skill shot is definitely gonna lead on a champion who's very well known to carry games at Summoner's Rift, and it looks like it's gonna be the same for Twisted Treeline. But as this game develops on, Fitmits definitely have the tools to take down that Tristana.
Sejuani is here. Rob has arrived. That Glacial Prison is available, but the rocket jump is there. Weaver is coming down as well, but he might actually get collapsed on the Glacial Prison will land. May the root, the Cataclysm will as well. Heal is not able to there in time. One more auto attack would have finished him off, but he doesn't bomb him. And Rob is on the run, but Neener gonna throw up that ball to zone. And overall, he's 0 for 0.
Yeah, good collapse on both sides. There is nothing really happened in the end, but it definitely shows how well coordinated these teams are, knowing when they need to collapse on one side or the other. And Fitmits do end up capturing their side of the altar, so trying to get back the stats that they keep losing to SPK.
That Vile Maul has spawned, so possibly we could see a play around that if a team does get a decent amount of kills. But Skill Shot gonna look for this first tower, and he will get it.
Yes, this Tristana is wreaking havoc in the bot lane against Neener Beaner here. That first blood definitely has helped and will only get worse and worse as the game continues on. And again, knowing that you may not have played much of 3v3s, but Vile Maul hurts a lot, like more than Baron in my opinion. So definitely, if a team wants to go for it, they're going to want to look for at least 2 kills, or at least killing the carry on the other enemy side. It's definitely seems like a hard objective to get for both sides, considering that Orianna isn't exactly the fastest objective taker. So,
and looking at SBK's rotations, actually, they're going to send their ADC to the top lane to continue to shove this in and try and make pressure onto that tower. I really, really like this, actually. It's sort of the same logic you take when your bot lane gets the first tower in a 5v5 situation when you rotate your bot lane top, and you try and make pressure for that tower, try to keep extending your gold lead, because he is ahead, and Weaver can just continue to push this in.
And Weaver isn't exactly behind either, so he can probably make a play and solo kill the Neener Beaner on this, or I'm just gonna call him Neener from now on. So, just shorter names here. But if Neener on this Orianna does not be careful, Weaver can definitely collapse on this Renekton and get a kill here, considering that he is not behind, has the Tiamat, and of course the triple Doran's Blade, the superior item.
Skill shot continuing to farm up towards this top link. Calidrian. Nope, I got it wrong, didn't I?
Ooh, almost there.
Caliridian.
Yes, Calridian.
Caliridian, we got it. Weaver is going to be looking for Rob, does have that slice and dice through the minion as well as a stun, but going to take it onto the Gromp as well, steal that one away. And skill shot has arrived. I heal. This could be a 3v3 team fight incoming. Trying to finish that altar, but no, he's going to turn around with that twisted advance. Weaver is going to go onto Neener jumping on him. That chocolate is available, and there it goes. The Cataclysm as well. Both carries all 1 HP, and the first one to go down will be the Tristana. The exhaust is going to go down, and there is the twisted advance. He's going to drop. We have a 2v2, and I heal is going to go down, or no, not go down, get the kill, and Weaver going to try and chase down Rob. But overall, it looks like it might be a 2. No, there is the twisted advance, but Weaver's actually in tower range. One more. Oh, he actually gets the kill. Is Iheel going to go down as well? He turns around. Oh my goodness, a 3 for 3.
And an ace on both sides, so there's a very chaotic fight now. And it looked like the Tristana was going to one-shot the Orianna there, but the power of that exhaust, weakening the damage, and then the Cataclysm, oh good, Shockwave to keep the Tristana in check.
So far, this game has been quite a clown fiesta, honestly. We really don't know what's going. Skill shot continuing to farm 2-2 and 2 on this Tristana right now. Has that Infinity Edge completed. Has his Berserker created, so I feel like he has a huge power spike right now. With Orianna, still hasn't even picked up her first item. But
yes.
On the side of Fitbits, Sejuani is 5-2 and 0. She has that Bramble Vest, she has that completed jungle item, and if she's able to get on top of Ice Skill Shot with a Glacial Prison, she might be able to do something.
Just maybe. I was actually just about to make the comment about how the Sejuani has all of the kills on the side of Fitmits here, and it's not something you want. Sure, Sejuani can get very tanky, but she doesn't really build damage, so hopefully as the game goes on later, she'll be able to give more kills towards her Bruiser in Calridian's Jarvan and Essential Carry in Orianna.
But looking over that top lane, both of them just sitting in the bush waiting for one to show, but Weaver is going to be going back. But Sejuani has arrived, might look for a play with that Glacial Prison, but Iheel going to be shadowing it as well, so not going to be able to do too much. Ice Skill Shot continuing to trade up in the top lane. Not too much going to come out of that, but Neener might meet Iheel here. That Glacial Prison is available. He is looking for a Twisted Advance on Rob. Ice Skill Shot continuing to zone away Calidrian.
They're looking to capture the west altar here, but might get collapsed on for it.
My skill shot is here. He's going to actually use that rocket jump to get away. The Cataclysm will connect, and he's going to get out of that one. But Orianna should drop here. The Shockwave is going to come through, and Calirian will go down as well. Skill shot is a double kill, rather, for Weaver. And they are going to be looking for maybe this bottom tower, maybe this top tower. It looks like it's a little bit of a split decision.
That looked like a huge miscommunication on the sides of Mitfits, with Jarvan diving deep onto the Tristana with the Maokai and Renekton diving onto the Orianna, and they had way more damage and were able to kill the Orianna there, and the Tristana just stayed alive. So that's definitely unfortunate for the sides, and they get both turrets for this.
Yep, and they are going to pick up another tower. That's 3 towers 2-0 and about about 4k gold lead in the favor of SPK right now. Really just hitting that gas pedal and not letting go.
Now, if you were in the shoes of Fitmits here, you're down, what is it, 4k? 4.2k, 4.3k gold. Tristana's got, popping off. What would you do on the side of Fitmits here to kind of regain control or gain some kind of control on this game? Seems like they are very much struggling to get a hold or any leads in this game at all.
Yeah, but there is the Shockwave. Is just going to connect to the Twisted. Oh, very nice EQ coming out from Clidrian, but the Cataclysm just yet. It is up now. They're trying to actually disengage. They could probably win this fight if they play it properly. He's going to look for the re-engage, the flash forward onto Weaver, focusing Weaver instead of skill shot. He's auto-attacking on the side. He's going to rocket jump. He is going to finish off Oriana, and that'll be Weaver continuing to be such a nuisance, robbing Clidrian with 1 HP, but they're on the wrong side of the map. That's another kill going over. The rocket jump could come in. He has that reset, and there it is. The ace for SPK. SPK with a huge team fight there. I feel like the side of Fitmits could have really done something if they had committed, because there was a huge mistake from iSkillshot just being able. He was out so far. That Cataclysm could have come through. They could have comboed that up with the Glacial Prison, with a Oriana QW, and just done so much damage and probably blown him up, but they don't go for it and pay the price.
I believe they were scared. The Oriana got very, very low there. And, you know, and then once Calridian saw Weaver, which, you know, is very confusing considering that Skillshot Tristana was also right next to him, and he could have Cataclysmed onto her as well, but he decided that would not be the... He flashed and ulted the Renekton.
Who didn't even die.
Yes. Who stole the theoretical pentakill from Skillshot.
Theoretical pentakill.
Theoretical pentakill.
I don't think we'll ever get one of those in a Twisted Tree line.
That's what the triple kill's for.
But there is the Grasping Roots. They are looking for a kill on here. To Clidrian, the Glacial Prison will connect onto iHeal, but I don't think it's going to be enough. The EQ coming through, Clidrian trying to run out that one. The Vile Maul, Railroad side. I don't think it's going to be enough. The Slice and Dice, the auto attacks, and Skillshot will pick up another 2 kills. Their pings going over to that Vile Maul, and could this be the pushing blow for SPK?
Yes, this should definitely be an easy Vile Maul for the side of SPK. Oriana is not in a state where she can come in here and get a triple shockwave and win the game for him. She's still very behind on items and only has a Morello Nomicon, Sword Boots, and part of it. Seeker's Arm Guard, that's that item. Going into the, it's not Hourglass. I believe on here it's called like Wooglit's Death Cap. I don't know. Something weird. It's not Hourglass. I know that for sure.
Well, that's about a 8K gold lead right now for the side of SPK. And with this Vile Maul, they'll be able to pressure down these towers and possibly look for kills. And maybe just end this game here soon. Neenerbeaner continuing to try and wait for your Clidrian on the other side. Trying to hover, trying to maybe save or look for an engage onto Weaver. And Skillshot might be looking for an engage on a Clidrian. The entire side of SPK and feeding that jungle.
Witch Cap. That is the item. So that was what I was attempting to say earlier.
Yeah, the Woohoo's Witch Cap. I guess that's what it's called. But over here, SPK is going to be running towards the bottom side, probably looking to push in that wave. Look for one of these inhibitor towers. But actually, it looks like they might be collapsing up in the top lane. Clidrian and iHeal going to be duking it out right now. And just, he has those minions sitting there attacking him. And it's just way too much. iSkillshot actually going to be going forward. And iSkillshot going to pick up another kill. Turn right back around onto Rob. There isn't really much for him to escape. And he should go down. There comes the exhaust. One more auto attack will finish him off. Slice and Dice not going to finish him off. iHeal over here, continuing to trade with Clidrian. One more auto attack will finish him off before he gets that EQ. And that should be the bottom lane inhibitor for SPK.
And on the side that we did not see, the Maokai 1v1 the Jarvan. I think from the top lane to... Where did he eventually die?
Yeah, it actually just looks like they're trying to end. Rob just going to let it go. Oh, the twisted advance. into the instant flash, but they're on the Nexus. Rob gonna flash over.
And
Just
SPK
stand there
looking like they are
menacingly.
going to take this, and the surrender as well. Looking for the double explosion. We do not get the double explosion.
And that will be the game. Going over to SPK.
Alrighty, so I'm going to take a few seconds real fast to update this spreadsheet.
I believe we do have an analyst test, right?
I believe so. I could be very wrong, but I do believe there is supposed to be an analyst X to break down what we saw in that game.
And break it down the best they can, but I'll break it down for you right. Well, we do wait for a response. And on the side, it looks like the side of SPK was just being able to come out with that Tristana, and Weaver as well, just being able to push these game down really, really far, doing so much damage, and Ori not being able to do anything. The least damage in the entire game at 7,527 compared to the Sejuani, compared to the Jarvan. Maybe if some kills were given over to that Orianna, of course, we did mention that Sejuani was 5-2 at a certain point.
Yes.
The game would have been different, but it wasn't.
Yes, that is a very, it's very tragic that, and you also see the gold, barely scraping ahead of the Jarvan with her. I believe that is a 200 gold lead, but looking over the side of SPK, you can't beat a Tristana with 10k gold while you're sitting there at 6. So quite unfortunate on the side of Team Fitmits, but
yeah, definitely. But looks like we are finished up with this game. We'll get into our next one. Moment. Crap. Chain Warden's Galaxy versus the Omni coming up next.
he unmutes us.
Alrighty, welcome back to the Ashen League 3v3 with the Snapdragon Society. We're going to get into our final game of the night between Out of Mana and the Chain Warden Galaxy. It's not Out of Mana. I read the Out of Mana tag. It will be actually Oni. Or Oni, rather.
You were literally just asking how to pronounce that. And you said Out of Mana. It's actually Pure Mist. Look at the tag. Come on, man.
We got Pure Mist, Out of Mana. You combine those two together, you get Oni. Is that how it goes?
It's like shook, and then you got the Nothing, the Node clan.
Yeah, Silent Blue Death, really edgy up there. But yeah, we'll be getting into this one. Of course, once again, I will be your play-by-play caster tonight, Cats, and we have dogs alongside me.
Yeah, just a shout alongside good old Cats. Now,
sometimes you just start yelling while you cast. You really don't know what's going on, so you just start saying random words.
And in 3v3s, you never know what's going on.
Yeah, especially in 3v3s.
Especially in 3v3s. Now,
but
you know,
like
looking at the rosters. Oh.
Nope.
Jumping right in. Like I said earlier, I'm expecting a Galio ban or pick here. I do not think we'll ever see that champion picked. Zed first ban.
Zed gonna go and get banned away. Of course, Galio open on the table. Sejuani getting taken away. Of course, that is a very, very strong jungler. We have seen resurge in the meta lately. Not even resurge. He just been on the top, the queen of the jungle recently. Well, what should be the queen or what should be the king? Because the boar is a guy, right? Like, which one's stronger? Or are they like a package deal? Or like what? How does it go?
Which were you saying? I zoned out there for a second. I apologize.
Oh, nice. No. I'm saying, is Sejuani is it a guy or is it a girl? Like,
Sejuani is definitely a girl.
No, but is Sejuani the boar? Like,
no, Sejuani.
No, it's
Bristle is the boar.
Bristle
is the boar. And the Xin Zhao ban. Gotta respect the Xin Zhao. And a Maokai ban as well. We saw how powerful the Maokai was. Galio is open. I am expecting the first pick and like I said, Galio, huge. Just the champion's just too good on this setting. And honestly,
with those AP ratios getting buffed on Galio, he's a huge priority pick. I'm surprised he even got through the ban phase. But of course, like the other side of things, we have a lot of priority picks getting banned out. The Sejuani, the Trundle getting picked. The Sejuani, the Jarvan, and the Maokai all banned out.
I very much do like the Trundle pick here, just because of the fact that Trundle is a very, very strong duelist against pretty much any tank and any bruiser and any carry. Trundle is just a very solid champion, in my opinion.
So that would be a Mumu getting locked in as well.
And the Ornn. Now that's a pick I love. This is the only pick I care about. Oh. Plot twist, no longer an Udyr one trick. I'm actually an Ornn one trick. I fooled you all. But I love Ornn in the 3v3 setting. His ultimate is just very hard to dodge with how large it is in comparison. And that is a very nasty team on the side of... Was it Oni? Oni,
yes.
Very nasty team with the Alawi to round out. Do you see an issue? Because I see an issue with the side of Oni.
That's going to be no AP on their side.
What do you mean?
Whoa, I'm losing my mind.
Galio's AP.
Is the AP. Completely forgot about that change coming through.
Galio is the AP, and the Orianna is the last lock-in. Personally, I would have preferred the Jinx, but Amumu and Orianna are definitely a strong combo with together. And that is the second pick for Orianna tonight. So she may have lost the first game, but maybe Destroy Boy will show us how to play Orianna better on this map. So, what side are you leaning on right now?
I mean, looking at these comps, neither of them actually have an ADC. Let's just go back. Let's look at the statistics of 3v3 so far. ADCs have a 100% win rate.
That's all you gotta know. Finish it in the books. Get them out of here.
They do though. ADCs have a 100% win rate, and neither team has an AD carry.
Yes, that means that statistic's gonna get broken tonight.
Well, I mean, if there's no AD carry on either team, do they really lose?
Yes, 100%.
I don't think that's how that works.
That's exactly how that works.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I mean, if you can build on AD, I don't, but
I mean, you
it's
can.
yeah, it's definitely possible here. Definitely an option. And ooh boy, what's this?
Yeah, but it looks like we will be loading in 2 minutes and 30 seconds left on that spectator delay. And
Okay.
let's talk a little bit about this game. Of course, you have this disgusting team comp coming out of Oni. You have this Galley, you have this Orn, you have this Alawi, which really looks like a huge wombo combo. But of course, on the side of Chainward Galaxy, you have what can be this Trundle split push pressure. And it can really, really get to you. He starts running you down, he gets very, very far ahead. And you have Oriana, you have Amumu for this wave clear. Mainly the Oriana, she can even shockwave a creep wave if she needs to. Most likely won't, but of course you can. And then Amumu is kind of just there to be that tank. And even with the possibility of Amumu landing a nice bandage toss followed up with a Curse of the Sad Mummy into a huge Oriana ultimate, that can still be game changing for the side of Chainward Galaxy. Hopefully we see some explosive team fights.
Especially with the Amumu, I'm not sure if you've seen the, well, I shouldn't say seen the new Mumu, but with his change, with the Curse Touch, allowing magic damage to do 10% true damage to 10% of that damage is additional true damage, something along those lines. It's a very good combo with Oriana if you've followed up with the ultimate. So it's definitely something huge on the side of Chain Wardens. But Oni just looks too tanky, in my opinion. I mean, sure, Galio now has more AP, so hopefully we're going to see. I'm personally am hoping to see like full AP Galio. I want to see a one shot on the Oriana, but I know I'm not going to get it.
Maybe not full AP, but I feel like we could see a Rod of the Ages M2 tank. Or maybe we could see the full AP. I've seen it in a few solo queue games today, actually, where he rushes Leandres, and he is literally able to one-shot someone. And it is disgusting how strong
a balanced team, ladies and gentlemen.
That hotfix will probably come through soon, but hasn't come through just yet. So hold off on your solo queue games now, or ban it if you have to, because Galio is just, he's a nuisance to your AD carry, or your mid laner, or literally anyone in that sense.
Because he can pretty much go anywhere except for the AD carry spot. As we are loading in here, what side are you saying are going to take it this time? Currently in our predictions, maybe I should put that in our statistics. Casting predictions. I'm going to do it. Who do you think has it on this side?
I mean, looking at both team comps, not knowing too much about these players, I would give it to Oni. Of course, I really, really love their wombo combo they have with the Ornn, with the Galio, with the Alawi. If they fight in these small corridors like their comp is supposed to, they can definitely win these team fights.
Yeah, and looking at just talking about those small corridor team fights, you have the oh my gosh, I don't know. I play so much Ornn and I don't know the Ornn ult. The Ram, that's all I'm gonna say. The Ram keeping them in check with the Galio ult following up, and then you also have the Alawi ult just to have a bunch of tentacles. So definitely a huge wombo combo there. And let's look at summoners. An interesting choice on the Trundle with Ghost and Exhaust.
Ghost is also really looking to run players down.
He's really looking to sprint down and swiggity swooty and chase down that Alawi booty. So, how much AP does this Amumu have? If it's not full AP Amumu, it's unfortunately not full AP Amumu.
Really wouldn't expect it to be. I feel like that'd be a bit of a mistake looking at their team comp, because they do have these damage threats out of Destroy Boy and Darkblade. Wolf, of course, Trundle being able to push in, look for the split push pressure, and Oriana wave clearing, like I talked about. I really feel like that is their win condition and not this team fighting pressure, because the side of Chain, not Chain Wars, Oni has a huge advantage in team fights, but it looks like we're going to get a pause, and Galio has not been connected just yet.
The good old bug splat. So I did not talk about it during the but I can talk about it now during the pause. I am also going to agree with you on the side of Oni winning this one. Maybe because I love Ornn, maybe because I like their combos, but also I don't really like. I don't know how reliable the Amumu is going to be as a carry system because okay, the bandage toss is very reliable, and the Amumu, the curse of the sad money is going to hold them down, but with how tanky they'll end up getting, I don't think that's going to be enough. I really don't. And even though the curse, I can't read the passive.
Curse the
Even though it's going to be getting, they're going to be getting the 10% true damage. I still don't think with the resistances and how much HP the side of Oni has, I think they're going to be able to brawl it out along longer. So
hopefully
definitely.
Hopefully we do see a close game. We are going to get right back into this one. And let's name off. Wow, words are really just evading me today. Name off the lineups.
I got you. I'll start you off with Oni. We have Vegeta on the Galio, looking to make an impact. We have Silent Blue Death on the Ornn, looking to call out the Ram, and I'm not going to do any more of that because that's nonsense. Edford on the Tentacle Hentai Lady. Now, we're going to be looking at this side of Chain Wardens with Big Sad Little Mummy on Kudabot. And, ooh, look at that.
Stop you for a second, because Silent Blue Death going to have to blow that flash early, looking for a bit of vision, maybe some information, but not going to get it. Going to have to use his flash for that one. But going back over, looking at the lineups, we have Darkblade Wolf on that Trundle and Destroy Boy QQ on that Oriana. Interesting starts. Of course, Galio does have that double Dorn's ring, so can look for a lot of pressure, and he has a decent amount of sustain. Should with mana here in the early game.
So definitely looking for the top lane.
Continuing to trade with a chomp back and forth. Edford getting a little low. Does have that tentacle smash available if he wants to look for a little bit more poke. Uses it on the wave instead. Darkblade Wolf just trying to take control of this lane. Already burning an early potion. Vegeta taking a bit of damage from that Oriana. Turning around with another Q, putting a little bit of poke damage down that he can.
I believe the early advantage is going to go to the side of Chain Wardens in lane presence. I think the Trundle for the first few levels wins the matchup against the Alawi, but around level 6, I think Alawi definitely starts to take over. And Ornn has a pretty slow start on these jungle clears compared to
actually going to get exhausted. Does have that Ghost and Exhaust available. The Tentacle Smash not going to connect. Ghost going to get popped there from Darkblade Wolf. Get him out.
The Mumi is looking
as arrived Edford. Does not have flash. He does have an exhaust though. Curse. The bandage toss is going to connect. Does have that pillar available. It is going to connect. One more auto attack to finish him off. Good. Actually going to give it over to Darkblade Wolf. Going to try and chase down Silent Blue Death now. The knockup going to come through. And he might be looking for the kill. He is going to get it, but looking back over in the bottom lane, Vegeta is going hard on the Destroy Boy Q. The Ignite coming through the flash and heal still available. The Q will connect, and he could look for something to flash forward. The bandage toss not going to connect. One more auto attack will finish up the kill, but the heal is going to come through, and Kudabot is going to block it as well. The taunt may connect. No, it will not. And Kudabot and Destroy Boy Q going to walk out of that one alive.
And the side of Oni is going to look to capture that altar very early, putting the buffs over to their side. And that's a very good altar for them to get, because now they can safely go to their side and back and take the west altar. So that can help the Alawi in lane, because she's going to get HP back on kills, which is not exactly going to match Trundle's the King's Tribute, but it definitely will help when she kills minions to gain a little bit of health back and try to gain back some control after giving that first blood over to the Trundle.
There it is, a little bit of trading up here as the soul is going to get taken away and continue to get traded out with another Tentacle Smash. For Boy Q, of course, having it back, still has his flash available, putting a bit more of an aggressive trade down on the Vegeta. And in the top lane, Darkblade Wolf just continuing to take these trades, not coming out of them on top, but it's really not going to matter because he has that lifesteal. is able to come back. Destroyed by Q might not be in the best spot here. There's a volcanic eruption. Volcanic eruption actually rather not going to come out. No knockup coming through. Darkblade Wolf going to dodge away from that tentacle smash. Pretty stalemate of a game we've got here so far, with next to no lead for anyone. Tentacle Smash going to land once again. Darkblade Wolf is getting very, very low on the top side. Going to channel that back. Kurobot should be running up to try and catch that wave, not lose any XP, not lose any gold to that tower.
We'll also be grabbing that altar to even out the buffs for both sides, so the Alawi will no longer have the, or be able to match the Trundle passive. So trades might be going more towards Trundle now in the lane, but I still believe that Alawi will be able to pull ahead, just because that's what Alawi does. Alawi is a very annoying lane bully.
She does have that Phage completed and is up a lot of CS currently onto Darkblade, 18 rather, to 31. So just that gold advantage will be crucial up in the top lane.
Yeah, although the Trundle did get Darkblade did get the first blood. He's only up about 100 gold over this Alawi, and that's just because of the farm difference. Farm's definitely playing a huge role in evening out that lane.
Edford does have level 6, so he might be able to even 1v2 in the top lane right now with that leap of faith.
Yes, and one thing they definitely have to worry about is
it's a two-man shockwave coming through. Kurobot might be trying to run out of this one though. Tentacle Smash is going to connect, but Kurobot flashing out of that one.
So good trade on both sides. The Orianna Shockwave is down, and that's something they might have to look to not want to fight anymore, because I believe that's their main, besides a Mumu ult, that's their main way to fight right now, or at all this game.
Over in the top lane, there's the leap of faith. Edford continuing to trade with Darkblade. He is level 5 to level 6 right now. Tentacle Smash will not connect, and Darkblade can continue to trade. Edford is actually pretty low. Silent Buddha walking into that push. Bot might be looking for a play here right into that wall, looking for that knockup. Call of the Forge God is not available just yet.
Ooh, it is available now, so they could look for something here. But he is now onto that tower. So I didn't call it out then, but did you see that it looked like Edford exhausted the spirit?
Oh, she did not see that. I didn't even know you could do that, honestly.
Yeah,
I guess that's like a bit of a waste of an exhaust.
Yeah. It looks like he did miss that exhaust, and now that summoner is down, could be at a disadvantage in this lane. But huge thing that is now the hero's entrance on Galio is now up, and like I said earlier, that's like
here. That's a double two-man curse the sad mummy. There is the call of the Forge God and the Galio ultimate coming out. That's a double knockup. Darkblade Wolf might go down here. The exhaust is available. The heal will connect from Destroy Boy Q, and Edford may go down, but that's a two-man talk coming out of Vegeta. He's going to go back in. They're going to get a double kill. That's a 2-for-0 in the favor of Chain Warden's Galaxy so far.
Very, very sloppy decision on diving there, and it looks like Chain Wardens will take the altar as part of their reward for that double kill there. That was pretty well played on their part. What do you think where do you think it went wrong? Because it started looking very nice for Oni, and then all of a sudden just started crumbling down.
It did. It looked really good. You had the heroic entrance coming out from Vegeta on that Galio. But the match from Destroy Boy Q was just quicker. He was actually able to match a cross-map ultimate from a Galio. And that's something you never want to see happen, because when you go in with that Galio, with that heroic entrance, you're okay, it's surprising. You'd expect to be ulted. There's that damage reduction as well. Plus, they're under this tower. It's not an ideal situation for Ani. But over in the top lane, Edford continuing to trade. Silent Blue Death has arrived. But he's just going to back off that one.
We were talking about this earlier in the when we were in the loading screen, it does look like the Galio is looking to get that Leandres here with Leandres. There we go, with the blasting wand and components to the map. I don't know what that item's called. I'm a jungler. I don't know mid lane items. But I do know that Ornn is looking to rush that Abyssal Mask. Very, very good on Ornn. A lot of his damage is magic damage, and what I do... Whoa. That was weird. Did Ornn phase through the wall for you?
Oh, nothing was different for me, but Stark Wolf is going to get that knockup coming through. The ultimate is available. So the exhaust is not there. There's the call of the Forge God. The knockup is actually going to miss. Dark Blade is going to dodge on that one. The tentacle smash may be enough to finish him off. Now one more auto attack. The ultimate actually going to keep him alive for the time being, but Silent Blue Death is able to pick up that kill. For Destroy Boy Q and Kudabat are up here in the top lane. Oh, Bandage Joss is barely going to miss. And they're going to get out of that one. Vegeta is actually up here playing really, really aggressive. The Curse of the Sad Mummy is still available, as well as the Shockwave. That Shockwave is actually only going to connect onto one. Edford is one auto attack away from death. He is burning down to that Amumu, and the auto attack finishes him off. Vegeta is actually going to engage on as well. The Bandage Toss connects. Silent Blue Death is coming up here, maybe looking for a play. Destroy Boy Q, just putting a bit more poke damage down on him. There's the Volcanic Eruption, the knockup coming through. And overall, a 2-for-1, I believe.
I believe that was a 1-for-1. Galio did end up dying, yes. Did he?
I believe so. I can't remember exactly, but yeah. Looks like an overall better fight for the side of Chain Wars Galaxy once again.
It still looks like there's some, Oni looks like they're overextending on a lot of these plays here. Ooh, and there the Galio damage is coming through, and Haunting Guys was the item I was trying to say earlier but could not. So, definitely first item, Leandre's Torment on the Galio. And as you were saying, that's a very strong item on this new Galio.
3-4 right now, about a 2K goal lead for the Chain Wardens. As they do try and continue to push this out, Ornn with some really nice call of the Forge Gods, being able there to counter these ganks, look for engages, but Darkblade Wolf is actually going to be going in. Ultimate is available from both sides, and they're going to continue to trade. The Tentacle Smash will miss. A pretty good trade for Edford. Darkblade Wolf burning through his potions. Interesting to actually point out, Orianna has 5 potions right now.
Alright, we're good. I did a sneezing fit there. And she's just trying to stay extra healthy in this lane against the Galio, it looks like.
There is taunt coming through. There's the call of the Forge God as well. The knockup is going to connect. The Ignite will kill him. Kudabat is here, but he doesn't have any backup, and he is completely alone. Doesn't even have his ulti. And that'll be an easy 1-for-1 for Team Oni.
I'd like to talk about a few items that I see being built. And the one issue I am seeing is that the Trundle is getting Black Cleaver first, or it looks like that's a Black Cleaver.
Darkblade Wolf getting engaged on here. The knockup will not connect, but the ultimate going to come through. Continue to heal. The double exhaust. He is trying to tank for the time being. Galio, heroic entrance will not land the knockup. Edford continuing to tank, and he will pick up that kill. The AP Galio does so much damage, and Edford may go down here trying to go for the execute, but Darkblade Wolf is going to pick that one up. One more auto attack to finish up that first tower, and it will. The Curse of the Sad Mummy there to lock him in place, not even give him a chance to escape, and Kudabat is going to pick up that kill.
Overall, an advantage still towards Chain Wardens, even though they did get that first turret. They're still up 600 gold, 700 gold, so they may be losing towers, but they're trading in objectives and the kills, and they're going to get the top turret for this as well. Going back to what I was going to say earlier before that fight, the Black Cleaver on Trundle, I do not really agree with. I personally think Triforce is a much better item. Could be that you can't get it on this map. I don't know if you can get it on this map.
Twisted Tree Line has
Can someone confirm? can someone confirm that you can or cannot get Triforce? But I personally think that the Triforce into
Ooh, the flash leap of faith from Edford. And the mist. Oh my goodness, what am I watching? Darkblade Wolf is walking up. That shockwave is going to connect on the two. Kunabot is comboing it. Doesn't actually have that curse to the Sad Mummy, and Destroy Boy's taking a lot of damage, but so is Silent Blue Death on the other side of the fight. He's going to flash forward, but the shield is going to come through. Kunabot is running away with his life right now. We had an interesting little 3v3 right there.
yes. Believe it or not, there are team fights in the 3v3 league.
There it is. It's going to go back in. There's the call to Forge God. Silent Blue Death going to double knock. Continuing to trade. The Q will not connect. One more auto attack will finish him off. And Silent Blue Death may be able to get out of this one. Yes, he will, but Darkblade Wolf is so strong right there. Destroy Boy Q. No! He's going to go down to the tower.
So in the end, a 2v... the question mark pings come out. So overall, a 2 for 2 there. Not really favoring either side, but if Darkblade can get this tower, then that is a big bonus for them. The Ornn still has not finished his jungle item. I do not agree with this because and he looks like he's got a chain vest. I still think I would have gotten the Bammy Sinner before I got the chain vest because the aura damage is also magic damage, so you're doing extra magic damage on your with the Abyssal Mask passive. So not sure why that isn't being built, but
that Leandri is completed as well for Vegito on this Galio.
yes, we did see that in that last fight doing a lot of damage on Troy Boy in the backline.
Tezuka Smash Roll connects. And it looks like the tower is just going to drop. Kudabot deciding, you know, we really don't care.
That is disgusting. 1Q half health on a tank like Galio. Riot, what are you doing? Now, you said you've seen the Galios go Leon. What do they go usually after Leandries?
I see Leandries in a Rod of Ages sometimes. I just see Leandries and few tank items. It's really been interesting ever since this new patch. We really don't know what's going on, but it's always a Leandries, it looks like.
And it's starting to look like maybe a Wooglitz.
Vegeta almost going down. Yes, he will go down. That smite is there. Silent Blue Death going to escape out of that one. That's a 1-for-0 in favor of the Chain Wardens once again.
So it was I think that is the way that Chain Wardens can pull ahead and win fights. It's just the combo with the Mumu and the Ori.
Here's the knockup. Not a chance for Destroy Boy to get out of here. Actually, the heal, not even close. Edford going to pick up that kill, just walking up way too far, not knowing where anybody was, and going to pay for it. Kills 8 to 9 currently, about 1,000 gold lead for the side of the Chain Wardens Galaxy. Game has been really a teeter-totter so far. Just teetering in the Chain Warden side, on each side, just depending on how these team fights are going.
And majority of that gold lead is actually on the Amumu, not someone you want to be on. The Orianna has the second most gold on the team, barely surpassing the Trundle. And that's not something you want to see. The Amumu is not the carry, unfortunately, because I do not see full AP. I see Abyssal and Abyssal Mask and Cinderhulk. So
Edford going on to Darkblade, or Darkblade going on to Edford. Rather, Silent Blue Death has arrived. Gonna have to have him back off. Kudabot is waving on the side, but is nowhere near close enough for an engage. And as well as Darkblade Wolf is pretty low on the other side of this one. Vegeta continuing to push out that bottom wave. Orianna just continuing to wave clear it.
Questionable back on the side. Oh, well, Ornn decided maybe he remembered that his passive allows him to buy in place, or maybe he just is bloodthirsty for this Trundle. not really seeing the need to back on the Silent Blue here. He's down mana, and he backed anyway. And a Knight's Vow, still opting not to finish in the Cinderhulk. How do you feel about that?
I mean,
Rushing the tanky supported items instead of the Cinderhulk.
I actually really like that, because right now Ornn, he's not meant to do really too much damage. He's there keeping his teammates alive, and in this bruiser comp, that's what it's all about. Running back and forth. Of course, he binds it with Edford, so he's just more than enough to just keep that healing, keep the damage reduction as well. But Kudabot might be looking for the
Vegeta is going to get collapsed down here. Vegeta's not the one.
Cannot connect through that pillar. Is going to get engaged on there. So the shockwave. Oh, there it is. The knockup will only connect on Kudabot. He's going to flash forward. Actually, Edford, that curse the sad mommy's still available. What are you guys doing? He's going to flash. Go for that leap of faith.
It's a 3-man leap of faith. Will he be able to do anything about it? No, unfortunately not.
A lot of flashes, a lot of summoner's spells blown in that fight. And it still looks like the side of Chain Warden's Galaxy is going to try and chase him down. Edford, the bandage toss will connect, and Kudabot is going to get out of that one as well. Still no Galio for 14 seconds, but the wave clear looks like it might be enough for Silent Blue Death. Galio has arrived. He is back. He does have that heroic entrance available as well. Call the Forge God, not available just yet, but that Volcanic Eruption will get that knockup coming through onto Silent Blue Death. Kudabot may be out of position here. Nope, actually just going to opt to back off, and Darkblade Wolf continuing to push in that way. Vision going to get spotted onto Destroy Boy.
Side of Oni currently down 2k gold. What can they do to get back in this game? Matt, what do you think? Your expertise.
It's really all about team fightings for these teams, honestly. It's who is able to execute these team fights better, and I get not even more efficiently. Just being able to execute them better is what it's really all going to be about.
Can't agree more. And as you can see on the side of that on the side of Chain Wardens, Kuda is opting to build into what looks like Leandry's Torment. I love this item on a Mumu. You get soaked. Rylai's actually still a very solid item. Your W applies a Rylai slow, gives you even more CC. Usually after this, you can go into a Leandry's Torment and just pretty much full tank. You still have the tankiness, and you're doing disgusting amounts of damage. So definitely
Looks like we might have a fight here. There is the call of the Forge God. Silent Blue Death is going to land the knockup just onto him. Kudabot is going to get that 3-man Curse the Sad Mummy, and 3-man Shockwave coming here as well. The Leap of Faith. I don't think it's going to be enough. Actually, Vegeta is going to be going back in, but that is the ace for Chain Warden's Galaxy.
Yeah, huge Shockwave and a huge Curse of the Sad Mummy, followed up by a absolutely huge Shockwave. Definitely won them that fight. It did look like for a slight moment the Leap of Faith almost clipped and pretty much chunked the entire team, but was not able to finish the job, and it looks like they're going to be pushing out the bot lane here.
15 seconds on the closest one. They could honestly just look for another fight. That heroic entrance as the only ultimate of Vegeta.
And that's not exactly the best one you want here.
They're going to look for this inhibitor.
Yes, I definitely agree on the inhibitor take. They still have a few seconds before the team is up, and they cannot. Oni is up, and they cannot stop them. So I do like the inhibitor rush over the Vile Maul rush here.
Yeah, they are taking that bottom lane inhibitor, and since that is the bottom lane inhibitor, you're going to have someone be on this bottom side, carrying out these waves, while this Vile Maul is up. And remember, nobody has teleport. So
now,
there really
I will
isn't
say,
an option for someone to teleport in. Let's call Forge God. Oh, double knockup going to come through. Edford might be looking for a play, but another 2-man. Here's the 2. Leap of Faith going to come through once again. Dark Wave Wolf is going to go down to Vegeta. Kudabot is on the run. There it comes through once again. The knockup will connect, and Kudabot should be going down here. Chain Warden's Galaxy gonna take a 0 for 2 on that fight, and they could be looking for this Vile Maul.
Now, I was going to say before that fight there that when you were saying that no one has teleport, you did forget that the Galio does have his ultimate, which is basically global on this map, and it does not look like they're going to be able to get this Vile Maul here.
Is he going to go down?
Back in.
Oh, he's going to go down!
Vegeta dies to the Vile Maul. There's a Dragon Ball Z joke there somewhere.
Vegeta goes down to the Vile Maul. Bit of an aggressive play, actually, to go for that one. They really don't have too much sustained damage, really, for that Vile Maul. Neither of these teams really do. But executed once again, Vile at the pool. Pulling him right back in. I guess you could say it was an outplay.
Yeah, completely outplayed. That was planned by Destroy Boy. He paid Vile Maul on the side before this game even started.
Added him $50 on PayPal real quick.
$50 on PayPal. You're right.
That's what I do for my teams. Come on now.
Yeah. Oh God.
And Edford going to take this West Altar. Kudabot actually going to land that curse to the side. The Shockwave is available. The Bandage Toss will land as well, but the Shockwave will actually miss. Flashed away from Edford as well. Slam him through death. He is going to be going forward. No one up. There is the call of the Forge God. Will it be enough? No, he's actually not even going to connect. He's going to go down. Vegeta going to get chased down by Dark Blade and Kudabot. Another kill going through for Destroy Boy. The Pillar going to come out. Edford might be able to live. Yes, he will, but he is the last one standing for the side.
The way you enunciated Vegeta actually hurt me, but it looks like that's going to be game on the side of Chain Warden's Galaxy. Quite unfortunate, because it definitely looked like there could have been a very, very strong fight for the side of Oni because of how locked up the enemy team was in that small locked corner, but they weren't able to execute it properly, and that's a win for Chain Wardens.
Chain Warden's picking up that win. 10 kills to 16, got 7k gold lead, or 5k gold lead at the end of that game, rather. And if you were to give player of the game to someone, who's you going to give it to?
It's definitely hard, but I'm gonna have to give it to Kuda on the Mumu. I don't think that the Oriana would have done as well if they did not have a solid delivery system on that Amumu. And sure, you can say that the Oriana carried that game, but the ults, the bandage tosses into the Curse of the Sad Mummies allowed the Oriana to land the major shockwaves in order to win the fight. So I'm gonna give it to Kuda. Ahead pretty much all of the game, had a 2k gold lead over almost everyone around. Don't really know what it was. He was at 8k and everyone else was at 6k at one point in the game. So definitely a huge, in my opinion, the MVP of this game, and I would say the MVP of the night. What about you, Cats?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you there. Kudabot playing out of his mind that game. There's a really specific play. I completely remember the bandage toss out of the fog of war into three of them into a 3-man shockwave from Destroy Boy. Really felt like the turning point in that game because I don't think they lost to team fight from there. And they were really able to pick up that pace, slam on that gas pedal, and end out that game. Chain Warden's Galaxy gonna pick that one up.
Yes, and I think a runner-up I'm going to give it to is going to be Vile Maul. Dirty kill on Galio. I really, really do believe that that was a pretty spicy kill. Gotta respect it.
Being able to pick that one up. Congratulations to both the teams for winning tonight, Chain Warden's Galaxy, as well as, oh my goodness, SPK, correct?
Yes, SPK. The winners tonight were SPK and Chain Wardens.
But congratulations, but I believe that'll be it for us tonight. I was Cats, that was Boggs, and remember to check in on the Discord for the MSI schedule, or tune in next week for another round of the 3v3s.
Or turn in tomorrow. Tomorrow night, they will be the play-in stage for the MSI, and I believe that the previews talk show, I could be very wrong on this, begins at 7:30 Eastern. It's going to be my guess. I could be very wrong, but I do know that tomorrow is the MSI, and definitely think you guys should come and stick that around.
All right, well, that'll be it for us, and have a good night, everyone.
Have a good night.